RuneScape, Alchd. Hey up guys, it's the Yorkshire Pudding. I found two guys in the Grand Exchange and I'm going to make them fight to the death in the Gladiator Arena. It's a bit like my own personal Pokemon. There'll be 3 fights in total and the winner takes home the 10 million coin prize. Which gladiator do you have your money on? Let's meet the contestants. First off, we have Alchd Pure, a level 118 with purple skin, just the right shade to ruin the cosmetic look of the fashionscape costumes I've spent ages preparing. And versing him we have Hotdog Stand, a level 125 with a keen taste for sausages. Each round will consist of the 2 contestants fighting each other dressed as different gladiator types. They will be asked which one they want to be, but they will only be given the name of the class. No further information will be given. Each gladiator class has its own armour and weapons, in addition to differing levels of supplies, so they must choose wisely. The 2 gladiators now have a choice between the Imp Catcher and the Goblin Chopper classes. And without a second's thought, Hotdog has chosen to be the Goblin Chopper, which means Alchd will be the Imp Catcher. The Imp Catcher spends his time snaring imps with Entangle before striking them down with his trident. In the arena he must keep the enemy at bay using his only 5 Entangle spells long enough to make use of his greater food supply of 10 trout compared to the Goblin Chopper's 3. The Goblin Chopper prefers to reside in Lumbridge, slaying goblins with his granite sword. His weapon is more powerful than the trident and is also equipped with a shield, something the Imp Catcher lacks. Place your bets on who will be the champion of round 1. Prepare to fight! Corners please. Let the best gladiator win. 3, 2, 1, fight! And the Goblin Chopper charges Imp Catcher right off the back, with the Imp Catcher attempting to get off an initial snare but failing to entangle his opponent. There appears to be a lot of movement going on, but I'm not quite sure what this is achieving. Imp Catcher is choosing to bash the Goblin Chopper over the head with the trident instead of stabbing him. A bold strategy indeed. And he attempts another snare but misses his second attempt. The intense movement continues, but this may actually be hindering themselves as Goblin Chopper misses a game tick. Perhaps the strategy is to confuse the enemy in the chaos of battle. And Goblin Chopper misses yet another game tick due to his questionable strategy, but manages to follow up with a 14. Maybe the strategy works after all. Who am I to judge, stood up here looking down when those brave warriors are down there in the arena giving it their all. He hits him for a 6 followed by a 16. It's not looking good for the Imp Catcher. He needs to snare the Goblin Chopper and use that time to eat his abundance of trout. Imp Catcher hits him for a 6, but there's still a long way to go. He splashes his 3rd snare. And his 4th. He has 1 shot left. And he's hitting with the snare. Imp Catcher now has to use this time to regain some health. He uses this moment wisely, and he's back in the fight. The fight continues as both gladiators try their best to defeat the other and claim round 1 for themselves. Imp Catcher has taken a lot more damage, but yet he keeps eating his trout supplies, keeping him in the fight. If he can just whittle down the Goblin Chopper's health bit by bit, he may come out as the victor. The movement seems to have settled down a little as the gladiators have changed their strategies to match their opponent's fighting style. Goblin Chopper may be out of food due to his limited supplies. Oh, a 15, and it looks like Imp Catcher has also run out of supplies. This isn't looking good for Imp Catcher. Followed by an 8. Imp is on his last legs. Can he turn this around at the last moment? The zeros are adding to the anticipation. It is still possible that Imp wins this round. And another 15. This may be the end for Imp. He splashed too many times with his snares, losing him the valuable moments to heal. His trident just couldn't pierce the Goblin Chopper's shield. Oh, but it hits him with an 11. Is this enough though? And Goblin Chopper strikes Imp Catcher down with a final blow of 18, making him the victor of the 1st round. Time for round 2. Next up is the Terrassian Traitor versus the Caridian Skirmisher. Choose wisely. Yeah, we all saw that, Hotdog. Alchd has chosen first this time, picking the Caridian Skirmisher, making Hotdog the Terrassian Traitor. The Caridian Skirmisher is lightly armoured, better suited to the hot Caridian desert. He is armed with a spear, staff for snaring foes, and well, this was supposed to be javelins, but Jagex changed javelins to be only used in ballistas. Yeah, don't ask me why. So in their place we'll be using throwing knives. With only 3 snares available, the skirmisher will have to switch to his staff to ensure that the snares successfully trap the Tarisian traitor, so that he can throw his throwing knives unscathed. Once out of throwing knives, he can use his spear to finish off his opponent. His supplies consist of 3 snares, 10 trout, and due to him losing the first round and him being a slightly lower level, he is allowed 1 dose of super attack, strength and range potion, along with 3 additional sharks, to make the fight a little more fair. As for the Tarisian traitor, he was a drunk back in Port Tyrus, who one day after consuming far too much wine told an elf some classified information about the battle plans and was banished from Port Tyrus. Since then he has travelled far to the other side of Gielinor seeking glory in the arena, leaving his former life behind. He is more heavily armoured than his opponent, making him the gladiator equivalent of a battle tank. His supplies are just 10 jugs of wine. He can drink all the wine he wants, but each drink of wine reduces his attack by 2. His strategy should be to leave the wine as long as possible without drinking, to maximise the time his attack is at max level. Second round, we have the Tarisian traitor in one corner and the Caridian skirmisher in the other. 3, 2, 1, fight! The Caridian skirmisher has started off with a staff bash rather than trying to snare and throw knives at him. Oh, there he goes with a snare. One wonders why he didn't just do that from afar. Perhaps it was a misclick. The throwing knives come out. He's missing most of his shots but landing some. Since his opponent cannot hit him, any hits are a bonus. He's gone in with the spear switch whilst he's still entangled. A brave move, as the Tarisian traitor could have hit him back. Luckily for the skirmisher, he didn't, though the spear did not pierce his armour anyway. He splashed his second snare, only 1 remaining. He runs off in a panic. Some more hits are being traded, definitely a bloodier fight than the first. His throwing knives hit a 7, and another 7, and a 3, and a 10! That's a combined hit of 27 in only 4 swift throwing knives, bringing the skirmisher back into the fight. The skirmisher hits 10, putting him in the lead. But the throwing knives must be running low by now, and the spear and staff will be no match for the heavy armour of the traitor. The traitor has now started to drink his wine as his health is getting low, making the most of his max attack level for as long as possible before now needing to take a sip. They are now trading many strikes back and forth, depleting all their supplies with great speed. It is neck on neck, and this will depend on who will run out of the food and drink the first. With each sip, the Tarisian traitor becomes weaker and weaker as he gets ever more drunk. Oh, did you see that? The crowd is not happy with this blatant display of cheating going on what was supposed to be a fair fight. It makes you wonder what other prayers he has been using through this entire fight. Ah well, at least he's sorry. Despite the use of prayers, it appears Alchd may actually win this fight. It's neck on neck. But it looks like the traitor still has some food left. Again, they whittle each other's health down bit by bit. They cannot have much food remaining now. I'm on the edge of my seat. Who will come up victorious of the second round? And Alchd is just 1 hit away from death. The traitor keeps hitting zeros. He's managed to do it, however. The traitor has won. Or at least, he would have won if he wasn't disqualified. This round goes to the Caridian skirmisher. Congratulations. 1 final round left. I'd like to take a quick moment to thank you for watching this video so far. If you're enjoying the video, please consider subscribing for more content like this. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, so I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, back to the final round to see who will be the champion of the arena and win the 10 million cash prize. The final 2 options are the Gielinor Legionnaire and the Stray Dog. Hot Dog Stand has chosen the Stray Dog. We should call him the Stray Hot Dog. This means Alchd is the Gielinor Legionnaire. Okay, so it turns out he hasn't got the quest requirements for the Dwarven Elm. It looks like Hot Dog's going to be the Legionnaire now. Never mind, he's not done it either. We're going to have to improvise with the Tyrus Elm, guys. The Legionnaire is an elite guard of Gielinor. He's so elite that he doesn't need any supplies. His opponent is the Stray Dog. The Stray Dog had to leave his home in Varrock after being taken captive by the Alchridians, and is now forced to fight in the arena. He's named after his dog that he left behind years ago. It comforts him to believe that the people of Varrock take good care of him. Surely nobody would ever try and shoo it away in his absence. The Stray Dog has nothing but the rags on his back and a poisoned steel dagger. He is also high on adrenaline, having 1 dose of super combat potion. He has rations of 2 jugs of wine, 4 trout, and a remaining inventory of bread. bread. With the Legionnaire having no supplies, the stray dog will have to attempt to poison the Legionnaire whilst dealing minor damage over time with his dagger, using his larger supply of food to wait out the fight. Bread only heals 2 HP per bite, but at the cost of missing an attack. This is where the poison comes in. Let's bring this to the arena one last time. 3, 2, 1, fight! They both engage straight into melee combat. The stray dog lets out his battle shout. It must be the potion. Dog is taking heavy damage. He should wait out as long as he can before drinking the wine, however, as tempting as it is. Dog is still taking a beating. I bet he wished he never left Varrock. He needs to poison the Legionnaire or he will stand little chance of defeating him. He manages to hit a 12. Quite an impressive feat with the dagger. It's not looking good for the stray dog. I'd hate to be him right now. The Legionnaire is very well trained and his accuracy is on point. And the stray dog has managed to poison him. All he has to do now is hold out until the poison does its work. This may have just turned the tides of battle. The Legionnaire is shooing him away. The Legionnaire is still hitting hard and often, but is followed by a few splashes. Go back to Varrock, he says. Stray dog is at the stage where he's panic eating. Stray dog is just moments from death and the Legionnaire has 40% of his health still left. This is looking hopeless. The poison hits, followed by emitting a 5. It looks as if he's down to only his bread. But will it be enough? The poison strikes again. This may work out after all for the dog if he keeps it up and gets in some lucky hits, but he must be nearly out of food by now. The Legionnaire has called him a rat. This fight is getting heated. The insult is then followed by a 13 to add insult to injury. It's looking as if it's all over for the dog. The Legionnaire is almost the champion of the tournament. The dog is down to 1 hit left. I stand corrected. He hits a 1. For Varrock. I love this guy. Oh, an 11. If only the dog had more food. He's still 1 hit from death. This could not be any closer. All he needs is a decent dagger hit and his poison damage to finish him off. And it's all over. The Legionnaire takes victory by only 1 hit from death as he got hit by the poison right at the end. Just 1 lucky hit or being poisoned early in the fight could have changed the course of battle. Congratulations, Hot Dog. You are the champion of the Gladiatorial Arena. Here's the 10 mil prize. But before we go, time for a little bonus fight. Any gear, weapons, potions or food you like. No rules. Winner takes home the trident. Wait, is that an inferno? The second thought, Alchd. Here's that trident for your troubles. You fought valiantly. Right, you're now playing for bragging rights. Quick note, due to Hot Dog's slightly higher level and gear, his handicap is having 5 less available inventory slots during the fight. Now who's the best fighter? Let's bring this to the ring. Hot Dog versus Alchd my pure. Fight! Alchd has begun with the upper hand, getting a few cheeky hits off in the first few moments. I'm surprised with the strategy, however. I was expecting one of them to start with magic to freeze the other in place. They're also forgetting about the prayers, or choosing not to use them. Maybe it's more about honour for these guys. Hot Dog is getting slapped and is poisoned. He can't wait to be sent back to Lumbridge. He's coming with the land smash. Next he'll be stabbing him with a staff. Oh, back-to-back 31s with a poison followed up with a special attack. And he splashes the special attack. That could have been the end for Hot Dog if it hit. But is it too early? Who am I to say? I'm not exactly Spark Mark. Out comes the Fang. If only he'd not brought 20 different weapons, he'd have enough food for more food and potions. 2 close calls there. Alchd was almost KO'd. This is truly a battle of the titans. It's like the final round of a Rocky movie. They're both going the distance. Hot Dog is still poisoned. And Alchd gets slapped back to Lumbridge, making Hot Dog stand the winner of the bonus round. Well done. A quick post-match interview. We were expecting a scam but was pleasantly surprised. So I had to grab people from the Grand Exchange to do these videos, so it looks dodgy as fuck admittedly. How do you think the fight went, Alchd? I gave it my all. Wish I could have given more. At the end of the day, don't skip gym days. Keep training. Looks like you skipped skill day. Okay, Hot Dog, how did it feel to defeat your own friend? Someone who trusted you, and you slayed him for gold. I think it was a fun fight. You fought well, but I fought better. I'd do it again. I couldn't have done it without him. And that about wraps up this video. I spoke to both of them after and they both seemed like pretty cool guys. They thought it was a scam at first but ended up really enjoying it in the end. Perhaps there'll be a rematch someday. As a thank you I said I'd shout out Alchd, so please subscribe or follow him on that, whatever you happen to call it over there. It's Maniacal Monkey 2. Thanks for the help with the vid, man. Until next time, I'll see you later.